Yep, back. Right, Matt.
Back here inside the Kamloops Curling Club. Thank you for hanging around here as we try to solve some technical issues we're having. Our system here just crashed out of nowhere, so we back up and running. So we're now in the fourth end, and we left you in the second end. It was a score of 1 for Team Joanisse, and in the third, Team Wood was forced to their single. So Team Joanisse here will have the hammer here in the fourth end. So we're now on to second rocks here. Steve Kopp throwing for Team Joanisse. It's the Kamloops Crown of Curling. Draw number 1. Part of the BC Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. Joanisse with you. First of 11 games here on this weekend. Team Joanisse will kind of nick off their own here and corner the red one on the other side. So it's still Team Wood sitting 1 right now. Now you could tap your own. You could, maybe play a hit and roll off the yellow. But they're going to tap their red one up here.
Do you want to throw that? Just throw control.
Nathan Small, the second for Team Wood.
Whoa. Slap.
He will hit and he will roll, lining up those red ones for a double.
Yeah, I think so.
If you play, you're most likely going to leave Team Wood with a double as well.
If we do this, might spin up, they do something.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Then we go there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the other one, he was just real hard inside.
So I'm going to try to probably hit and roll here off the reds, go over to the left. Don't have to make both of them go away here, but trying to set yourself up for 2. So both reds will go away, and Team Joanisse is sitting 2 here with the hammer in the fourth end. There's no fourth end break here this weekend like we did last weekend with the juniors in Vernon.
We could just run that in or something, but the angles didn't look so. I wasn't feeling that creative in the moment, anyways.
So Matt Tolley in the wide one here, try to roll in.
Especially with that being our rock up there, it's splittable.
Whoa! Close! A little bit if you get a little closer. Yeah.
So they will roll, but not far enough. So another opportunity here for Team Joanisse to roll behind that red corner guard. Keep these yellows as far apart as possible. Andrew Boleski, the third here for Team Joanisse.
Easy. Yep. Hard. Real hard. clean, clean, clean. Easy, 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 easy. Easy, easy, easy. Damn it. Good throw.
A little missed call there by Dean on the line, overswept it, causing the other one to roll out. So chance now for Team Wood to get out of this end here and possibly blank, but they're going to go the aggressive route here. Talking about maybe just getting rid of these two.
Nose it.
It was my bad. I don't. You guys said it was up too, but
So get rid of these yellows here.
All with that, just a little more, eh? Big difference in those two weights, eh? Nice throw.
But they will leave the corner guard for Team Joanisse to draw behind.
Okay.
But they will jam, so Team Joanisse still sitting the one here.
Wow.
Yeah, you did. Just
Hopefully they
didn't want
jam.
to come up. A little bit more weight, maybe. You know. Just need to come up a bit more.
Or we tap. We're gonna leave him a double. Where?
So it's looking to go behind the tee line here. Again, as you heard Dean say, just don't want to leave them a double. So you go behind the tee line, it should prevent that. Still be there, but it'll definitely make it really, really difficult.
Line's good.
Brains are going to the
Yeah.
Line's good.
Like I said, if it's not we're not making this pro side, like we missed, we're
Room.
The sweeper's on Andrew's hand
Make
here.
sure it's here, but I got
Yeah.
room. Oh, picked. It picked.
Oh, it picked
Whoa,
as
whoa,
soon as
whoa,
they
whoa,
got
whoa,
off
whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa.
May try to spill this one off. An unfortunate break there for Team Joanisse. Looking very nice, but
control. Down control.
as soon as the brooms were lifted up, something might have dropped off and
Yeah, it was sliding good too.
went in the front of the rock. And
They were saying top 8, but it had lots.
an open hit here for Brad Wood. Just gonna clean that area where it picked.
Exactly. Yeah, like that. Your first one, the weight on it. Yeah. That little extra weight sure makes a big difference.
I think in my head I was like, oh, we need to hit half.
That's what I had.
I thought we hit a bit less.
But with the extra weight, I did a bad line call on not letting it curl up more. Yeah. So I want to let them know that I heard them say the weight was up, but I still thought it would still come up.
So Brad Wood delivering his first here in 4.
Perfect with it to have a good shot, right? I just got to do a better job of being aware that they track me, right?
And they will hit and roll towards the middle.
Good sweep. Good sweep.
Two still not out of the question here for Team Joanisse. Looks like they're going to try hard for it.
Yeah.
That's a hard deuce to try to hit and spin off of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, if you had a rotation, it'd probably be
I'll
still
see what
a
they
little
like.
bit more stuff.
You could try hit and roll. You know, you have the double corners on the left, but again,
like
not
him
a
to
lot
have a
of
tough
rings to
shot.
hit there.
I wouldn't mind putting some pressure on him here and maybe drawing one around. What do you guys like? If we hit,
You could just play the hit and,
and we
blank
don't roll,
here in 4.
then it's out of the rings, but he can maybe roll one in there, and then we're looking at a blank or whatever.
Which way would you think of rolling? The center or the corner?
Well, you'd roll behind the center corner, like the one on that side.
Oh, is he? Okay.
What do you think about just drawing around one way or the other? I go for a skips deuce here.
There's a lot of red you're going around, right?
I don't mind a blank here.
Give me face.
I don't mind. Just then maybe try and force the 5, right?
So just hit it and roll then, you like, for now? What do you want?
So, Dean just discussing there with the front end what they like, and they're just going to
So
hit this one here.
Did he say nose hit?
First rock for Dean here in the fourth end.
Easy, 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 easy. Whoa! Whoa!
So the hit is made here.
Yeah,
Um,
I like under two. Yeah, that's fine.
Again, not a lot of rings to hit if your team would.
Just a hair more. That's good.
You can probably, you know, get a biter on the right side behind your red rock.
That's kind of what Steve was saying that.
Like I said, I don't mind blank here.
Yeah.
Try and force him to take his 1 and 5.
The only reason I was saying that if we don't roll, they might force us to draw. That's the only reason. That's the only thing that if, you know, but it's always 6 one after the other. You don't make a decent shot on yours, you go back.
So Bradwood delivering his last here in the fourth end. At least make the yellow one go away here.
Whoa.
And this one's going to hang. And will it hang in? And it will not. So it'll be a throw through here. Maybe he's looking at a possible split on this yellow one. It's there if you throw weight at it.
Yeah, I was just
Is it worth it right now to do it? You know, you have a blank, you have an extremely difficult shot for 2.
We throw a bullet.
So you're gonna hit the yellow one, and your shooter will roll over, and try to hit the underside of the red one there on the right. And they're gonna go for it here.
little 9 seconds. Yeah, need to be 10.
Because he actually needed to hit it there to kind of like get.
So it is going to be a split here for Team Joanisse. Looks like they're going to have to throw a lot of weight at this one.
Well, this is still one way to force him to 1.
Or even just roll straight in.
So last rock here for an extremely difficult split for 2.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Spin that one.
And they will just get the 1 out of it, so we'll be tied up here halfway through 4 ends here in Kamloops at the Crown of Curling. 5th end is next.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh, I'm saving money. Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Shot.
Back here in the 5th end here at the Kamloops Curling Club. Jordan Kiss with you. It's the Crown of Curling, a tie game here between Team Wood and Team Joanisse. It's draw number 1. It's part of the BC Men's Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Just because you're a Curl BC member, you can save on all insurance from car, home, and auto. Just because, again, because you're a Curl BC member. So when you so check it out at Bel Air Direct, and if you do decide to switch over to them, let them know that you are a Curl BC member for your exclusive premium. Also like to thank Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, and one of our newest sponsors here for Curl BC, Original 16 Beer, now the official beer of Curl BC. Check out curlbc.ca for more info on the partnership and how you can get Original 16 beer inside your curling club this season. And again, I'd like to thank Via Sport and Hosting BC for supporting all of events here on the BC Curling Tours this season.
Line's good.
Just like to thank Rob Norden here at the Kamloops Curling Club for putting on this event. Mike Merklinger, the ice tech here, and of course Marcio, our producer, who's
Get it back here, Drew.
the reason we're able to do these streams. Of course, new equipment, a new camera here, as you can see right now. Hopefully later on in the week, we'll be able to show off all this features this camera has to offer. So, chance to hit and roll here for Team Wood. John Slattery.
That one sure took a while, eh? Okay.
And they will hit and they will roll, so sitting 2 now early on in this 5th end.
What do you got of that? A third?
Looks like you can see enough for Steve to
Want to do that?
play a double. Even just take the top off, and you can see Steve there roll open. So we're just gonna hit and roll to the wing here. Try to slide that right over the one on the 4-foot.
Hard.
And they're on it early.
Hard. Real hard. Real hard. Okay, whoa,
This one is
whoa,
all
stay with
over
it, Drew.
the
Drew, stay with it. Take it.
yellow rock. And the yellow will hang around, but not in the house. They on a rock that, Team Wood could use to freeze if they wish. They're going to go just play to it over there on the left side. I got to be careful. You could possibly leave a triple if you leave this red one in the wrong place. Nathan Small, the second here for Team Wood. Sweepers haven't touched this one, and it's needs for it to stop. Try to be a biter here and just running out of rings, and it will slide there to no man's land.
Something to trip on?
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
I say we just do the double.
Having fun yet?
chance to play the double.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially on a Friday.
Yeah.
Friday work sucks.
Clean. Yep, yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's good.
So, kind of hit it just off nose and will jam it, but still sitting one is Team Wood. Joanisse's second shot there at the top to 12-foot. The Team Wood doesn't have to play that yellow one. No, you could draw. No, you could draw to the right side here, and there won't be a double on the reds.
Okay.
Again, just to be safe.
Control.
Hit this yellow one. And we'll roll over to the left. You have to roll the right spot. If you keep it high on the 12 foot, you're going to leave another double opportunity for Team Joanisse.
Yep.
Pick.
Real hard, Matty.
Nice. Just curl. That really moved.
Fuck's sake.
And it will jam and remove
Yeah,
the
exactly.
red.
Got rid of that.
It's still red there at the shot rock at the top of the house.
Oops. That'd be okay if that one comes in over there.
So an open hit here for Andrew. So we're moving towards the blank. You could, try to hit this one and roll over and freeze to the yellow rock there on the left.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Again, this one's moving on them. So maybe a spot out here where it's just curling a little more than what they expect.
Very nice. Good sweeping.
And it is fine. It will roll to just partially in the 12 foot.
Bumper. You want control? Zone control.
Again, nose. You want to roll a little bit. Good roll and leave yourself a corner guard. It's fine. Nose, you might see Team Joanisse draw around it. Still might be a little early for that.
Yeah, real hard, boys. Really hard. Good.
It will get a little roll. And again, another open hit here for Team Joanisse. It's their first event on the season for them. Played a little bit together last year. They're not planning too much events.
Clean. Clean it.
They did qualify for provincials.
Clean it.
And didn't make the playoffs.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Steve.
There's a lot of experience here. Dean's been to a couple Briars. Aaron, Steve, and Andrew have all been to one. Is that one nice roll there from Andrew behind the corner guard, but it is behind T, so a chance for Team Wood to freeze on it.
Maybe, yeah. I guess it could have been, but
That's totally the last of the third stones here in 5.
wanted to roll, right? Nice throws. Not enough ice in the first one. There you go. Like
Line's really good.
Pounding it the whole way.
So I got to get it there for weight right now. That's a great shot from Matt. And sitting one right now is the red stone that Matt just threw. Not easy to get out here. You could try to freeze to it. It's in a good spot because you can't, again, you can't freeze. Well, you could, but it's extremely difficult to and leave yourself in a good spot because if you freeze, you could leave a yellow double.
Back weight.
You could just try to punch it out the side there.
I don't think it's going crazy here.
So they are going to throw hack weight at this.
Max ice.
We should make it a swear jar. Hack.
Yeah, we'll see if we can.
Take up yoga.
So hack weight here.
Well, even if we jam and roll in front, it's not terrible.
You could be trying to get to the inside. Even, again, just punch it out the right there. Don't have to move it too far.
Like having the space.
Same
Next,
speed here.
a delicate shot here for Dean.
Not as easy to do the welded, right?
If you weld it, then you come on top. Yeah. Sweet. Blank wise.
Whoa.
Gonna need this one to curl. And he will hit and will stick, but that's still very good because it does leave the yellow one a sitting shot.
Hack. You got to get it out, right?
Yeah, a little more room here for Team Wood to maneuver around the yellow guard.
Well, when I
So
got it
Gang
back,
can still get to the
I
inside.
But it was like, well, you can't be
If we
overthrowing
hit
it.
it, then he splits the house.
Because
It's a force,
you're just
right?
gonna-
What about there for right now?
Let's give it a shot. I mean, if you're a little high and do this and do this, it's not bad. Like if it over
Yeah.
curls,
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think it is that better?
well, this is really good, right?
Yeah.
But if you under curl it and just do this, it's still not bad.
Okay.
So they're gonna
Yeah.
try it here, hack weight. Kind of the same shot Dean attempted. Get a little more room. Just gotta get to the inside of the yellow one. Bradwood delivering his first year in 5 on the Penticton Curling Club. This is looking very good. They'll keep it straight, but they will roll out. So over curled on that one.
Well,
And now Dean has a chance to weld his last on the red one and
it could
force
jam.
Team Wood to a single. Didn't think that was
Like
possible.
try to blank it into here over here.
No, I like
Yeah, I
just
guess so.
just locking it on.
We got the yellow catcher, so that's kind of.
They're gonna just try to pick it out and blank
Just
here.
looking at maybe just kicking it out of there. Yeah. Seems like it to me.
So that's gonna be the call. Interesting call here. Using the odd ends and you don't have the hammer, we want to force. That way you can have the hammer in the even end. Then you'll outnumber the hammers the rest of the game 2-1 if you can keep it in 6.
Hard, 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 hard.
And they're really on this one.
Clean.
And perfectly made by Dean, and the red exits the house there, and it'll be a throw through here for Brad to blank this 5th end.
You would same weights? Okay.
It sure didn't do anything hog line in. Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw that same weight going that way, just so we can see what it does.
It's like, oh, you can only see half of this thing. From here, I felt like you could see almost the whole thing. Didn't matter if you could see half of it, but as far as where we're trying to hit it. I just thought there might be a
So
little
throw it
bit more
through.
finish to the end. There was
No chance to maybe figure out a spot you're not too familiar with, or that's been giving you trouble here for Team Wood.
Versus what you're seeing too, but I felt like we had a chunk of the rock the whole way, and then we only ended hitting that much of it, right?
And we'll go through and we'll have a
And I didn't
blank end in 5, and we're tied at 2 here. Team Wood, Team Joanisse, the Kamloops Crown of Curling.
Cheers to the 16 guys who never back down. And to the smooth, refreshing beer with a real beer taste. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
I guess we've been in control until something kind of goes wrong. We throw a corner, they come around. We come around.
Don't want to give it. All we don't want to do is we don't want to give a steal up in the
Well,
six.
that's what I was thinking. If we stay away from the center line, I know we're not.
Well then, let's.
I'm okay with coming around, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm okay if we can go. We can do throw one in the corner, and then on the second
Line's
one.
good.
Because he's going to be short, he's going to come in, then we come in and weld it. And then
we got to open it up.
Then we got to open it up with his.
Line's good, room. Line's good. Nice throw, Aaron.
Back here inside the Kamloops Curling Club. And number 6 here after the blank in 5, Jordan Kiss with you. It's the crown of curling. Update on the other games going on right now. Of course, draw number 1, 3 other games over on sheet 3. Team Richard over Team Kang right now up 4-3. So they finish up the 5th end. Lots of rocks to play over there. Sheet 4, Team Olsen is up 3-2 over Team Usui. And over on sheet 6, it's Team Craig up 4-1 over Team Longworth. Of course, the winner of this one will face Jim Cotter later today at 4:30. And the winner of Team Richard versus Team Kang will be our feature matchup as they will take on Team Gila at 4:30. And our next game, I believe, is at 12. It's Team Thompson versus Team Richard. Team Thompson, one of the 2 home teams on the women's side.
The break point on that rock is so different. Give it to Lee. We'll just ice for it. Let's.
So there's bumper weight here for Team Wood.
Close to a
Team Joanisse decided to ignore the one on the wing there and electing to draw around their center. So you could try to hit and roll if your Team Wood. You can even split and roll away.
That's the difference between those 2 rocks, so right?
Yep.
This one's, they're on it out of John's hand here.
Hard, hard, hard.
Can't remove the yellow one, but it might jam on the red, and that's where it's going to go.
Get in, get in, get in. Okay.
The red one will hang around there, but it is Team Joanisse sitting 2 without the hammer.
Turn do you want? Go here.
Steve Kopf.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Aaron's rock. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just need this one to curl up a bit for him, and it will. So just short of the house there, guarding the one on the 8-foot. So I think they're gonna just go for the straight peel. Still peel and take the one in the that shot rock right now.
Yep. Oh.
Get the one, they'll hit it on the nose, and this yellow one will hang in there. Still looks like it is a second shot. So Team Joanisse is going to go around this red guard here. It's the last of the second rocks here for Team Joanisse.
Line's good. Clean. Hard line. Easy. Whoa then. Whoa.
This one's has some weight to it. We'll see where it stops. So we'll hang around the back of the 8 foot. So now sitting 1, 2, and 3. This Team Joanisse.
Needed a hair more ice.
That.
Based on where that went to.
So you know, it's kind of the same shot here for Team Wood. The split's an option, but you'd
So
rather draw around. Or no, they're actually gonna go for the tap split here. Or still that plan, because if you're back 8, you know, you're still freeze to the yellow one. So we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, whoa. Right off. Right off. Whoa. Whoa.
Sweepers have backed off this one. It's got a lot of curling to do. Weight looks a little more than back 8. And it will go by everything.
Nathan knows $10.
I had him there. That's max.
So kind of the same shot here for Team Joanisse. Wants it top 8, a little higher. Don't bite the 4. As Andrew will get set to throw his first.
What do you like better, that ice or that ice?
Oh, yeah. Well, he did flash it.
This is the 4th event of 5 on the BC Men's Curling Tour. The last one will be in Kelowna in
Dean wishes he had
2
hammered.
weeks.
Line's good. Yep. Hard line.
Now they're on it for a line. This one's really curling.
Really hard line.
Still close to get it by. Still got a chance here. At least maybe hit this red one as thin as you can. Oh, it's really close. Dean now taking control and will just get it by. Everybody playing a role on that shot. That is a perfect for Team Joanisse and Andrew Boleski. So nothing left much here for Team Wood except the run back. Kind of nose. Should get both yellows out. And you'll end up sitting 1 buried. But again, not an easy task here for Matt.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
They just needs to curl a hair more for him. They'll just get the top off, but they will open it up a little bit.
I got it, you take it.
Yeah, exactly. You go that way, I go this way.
You could try to half bury here. You can go top 12 for Team Joanisse. They're going to like to split here, go the other side. Kind of in the 8 foot. Still sitting 3 right now without the hammer.
Line's good. Room. Get it here, right here. Hard. Hard. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go.
So we'll come to the top of the 8 foot. Now sitting 4.
Yeah, we do that. Okay.
Just a couple options here. Looks like I can
Or
play a hit
just
and
be
roll here.
control.
You know, all 3 could go.
Shots.
You could come in here, you'll roll over this way, and then this one might clip this yellow one here and spill out.
Yeah, it broke a little earlier than I was expecting.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Right off. Smalls.
Making this one curl.
Pretty hard.
You will just get the one, and it will just go under the yellow one with the 12. So
My shot?
almost the same one here for Dean.
Oh.
Looks like they're going to go top 8 foot on
Yeah,
right
I
side
thought
to
you
center.
were good. I had 6 more inches than that for you, so that's.
For some reason, didn't want to. Nice positive relief.
It's draw 1 of the Kamloops Crown of Curling. Jordan Kiss here with you, and we.
Same shot as Drew's, just try to get it in there tighter.
Oh, there must be a big end.
Want to bite the
Do you
floor.
have a final over on a sheet 5, or excuse me, sheet 3? It looks like Team Richard winning in 5 ends, defeating Team K. There was a lot of rocks in play there in the 5th. Looks like it was a big end for Team Richard.
Sometimes he's right up the stick, but more
So
than anything, he's always that.
I will set our feature matchup at 4:30. Team Richard versus Team Giel.
Do I give him a little bit more and then?
That'll be our 3rd of 4 here today.
Hard.
Now they're on this one for weight right now.
Hard. Hard. Get in there, Drew. Sorry, guys. Hard, 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 hard.
And that will come up light.
They said it was maybe being a touch slower.
So freeze here for Team Wood.
Went by about.
Sit on the yellow one.
I let it go. The moment I let it go, I thought, oh, that's pretty good.
Take that same ice.
Still positive, yeah.
I'm going to try to get a skips deuce here.
The first one, I've kind of made him sweep end to end.
A triple knockout format here on the men's side. Winner faces Jim Cotter. 6 teams will make the playoffs.
I also think that was a very quiet release I had on that one.
Brad Wood delivering his first here in the 6th end.
Yours was, right?
It's looking pretty good here. Again, weight's fine. It's all about line.
It's over curling. Yeah.
And it will come to the top of the 8 for the. We're off it because it was over curling.
Yeah.
Great weight. 14.16. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Dean Joanisse just trying to pick this one off here and force Brad to draw against 3. It's got to keep it straight here, and it will just get it over. So the same shot here for Team Wood, but this time it is for 1. Full 8 foot will do the job. It is against 3. And opportunity to go up 1 here. Head into the 7th end. So last rock here in 6.
A little less. Gotta go.
your brooms down. Keep the brooms down.
And they're going to clean it here. They have the back in to use, and it will be a score of 1 here for Team Wood in the 6th. They'll have the 3-2 lead hit into the 7th, and 2 ends left here in draw 1. Kamloops Crown Curling.
Thanks.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Kamloops Curling Club. Jordan Kiss with you, and number 7 about to get underway. It's the Kamloops Crown of Curling. 4th event on the BC Men's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code. You've heard me say this thousands of times before. Use this code of 0150-4820 to receive discounted rates up to 19%. You can do this online or by calling 1-800-WESTERN. Also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC who are supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this season through hosting in BC. And also Original 16.
Leave it long. And we'll go get it.
The new official beer of Curl BC. You can visit curlbc.ca and the media release to figure out how you can get Original 16 in your curling club. And as you can see there, Marcio testing out our brand new camera.
Because they said less weight, and I said no.
Just
I said it's a little.
I'm not going to say how much it costs us, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and this is going to add so much more to help give you the best viewing experience that we can possibly give you.
Clean. Yep.
And thank you for joining us here on this Friday morning.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
We'll tap the red one in. Marcy absolutely loving this. So Team Joanisse kind of, hoping to blank here in 7. Take the hammer coming home. Team Wood would love to force Team Joanisse and have the hammer tied. And that rock will come to rest just short of the 12-foot. Okay. Hit and roll here for Aaron Watson.
Yeah. How's the weight? Hard. 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 Hard for a piece. We got a piece.
And will it hit it, but not enough as the red will hang on.
Waiting to track too, so the combo, but yeah.
So now for Team Joanisse,
Why
it's
not?
getting close to probably maybe change your game plan here and try for your 2 instead of 1.
Did you want more ice? Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, that one didn't have full steam, I don't think.
So for
to think of it. Maybe it was close. But I think
Team Wood here, draw around as we're now on second stones.
I just thought that rock, the late break on it would.
Mine's good.
Anyways, just
Need full 8.
little ice.
Yep. Need full 8.
It's moving on them. They just lost it here at the end. It will come up short.
Okay.
And it slightly staggers the the red one, so you can't run it in here to the left side. I would be tempted to go around the same way Team Joanisse as Team Wood attempted to do. You know, you could draw, you know, top 4 on the left here, but again, you still leave the button open for Team Wood as well, so get to the button first. But if they make this, you know, it's going to be a shutdown mode for Team Wood. Trying to make sure that's the only yellow rock that counts. And this one will come to the back 12 foot. So far a shot rock, but does leave the 4 foot again open here for Team Wood to come around.
I don't mind coming this way again.
So they're gonna go the same way. They're talking about going the same way they did on their last. No, they're gonna change their mind here. So come around, top 4 button. Don't want to be behind T, although if you are behind T for Team Wood, it's not the end of the world. Really, if you want to force, you know, behind T might be the place to go, like just, you know, back button. But that one is light. I'm going to try to drag it here for a shot rock. And they won't. So it's yellow sitting 1. The reds are 2 and 3. But the front of the house is owned by the Red Rocks. And Team Joanisse gonna have to move something right now, because again, you can draw, but there's so much options for Team Wood to have to run back. It wouldn't be a safe yellow rock even if you make it perfect.
Not that we can get that out though, eh?
You could just, you know, hit this one on the top 12 on the nose.
This?
Yeah.
That's got its risks too, right? I think board's good. It's pretty steep.
So they're gonna. So they're gonna, you know, hit and roll off this blue one here and try to roll into this area.
Heavy hack. Hack plus. Clean. Yep. Hard. Really gotta go. Hard. Hard.
This is looking pretty close. Just got to keep it a hair straighter, and it will tick, but will roll over, and shooter will go out.
Still shot.
Let's do that.
But it does make the front of the house a little better for Team Joanisse, because there's just the one run back option for Team Wood. Again, the come around is there. You could play a tap on this one here in the 12.
You got to tap it pretty good then. You got to be back here. You tap that one.
So they're going to come down and take a look at this.
Yeah, I like that.
Chime in on the conversation here.
We're giving it a double. Yeah. Yeah, and if it crosses, it just has to bump this one a bit, right? Okay, so let's go this one. Yeah. T-line weight, eh? Back 4? Yeah. Want it to there. Yeah, back 4 weight. Okay.
So, very quick conversation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Over
looks like they're going to tap this red one here. That's on the center line. I'm saying it's probably the easier tap, and no, we'll leave probably the best result, because if you make it, you're going to guard the red one of the 12 foot as well.
Back 4.
If this was reversed, if it was aqua going up to black, that would look sharp too.
Hard, boys. Hard.
They've been good on a lot of tough shots, but they've also missed with a lot of open ones, eh?
So they will hit it, but they won't hit it enough. A little light there from Matt, and staggers the red one. So again, every shot now just looking a little better here for Team Joanisse. So play the come around. You want to be.
I think, hey, unless you see anything else.
You want to be behind the red one that's just short of the 8 foot there, and there's no way Team Wood's going to be able to hit it. And right where Dean's broom is. That's the spot for your rock.
So, just a matter of where we want to put it. Yep. And he still keeps his rocks in a good spot. Except that one, actually, if he does, this one's going to spill.
Maybe we do wrap this way.
You could come this way. The only thing I'm worried about
Unless we want them to
going
play
there
that
is
early,
if
so
you
it's not there later.
place it there. That makes that run back
do
a
we
lot
want
easier.
That situation changed, and we want to be have them do it.
What if we did something with it? Is there any benefit to it?
It gives them a shot at getting in there.
I know, right? You got to beat them in there.
What are you feeling? Which one?
I feel like we have a better chance there.
So you're going to go around the left here. You're going to have to be at least, T-line. I think Andrew was saying this is the easier way to get in there. Definitely a little more room. Again, if you could come in down here on the right side and just sit here at the top 4, there's no way Team Wood's going to be able to get at it on their next shot. So Andrew Bolesky now in the hack to deliver his first here in 7.
Line's good. It picked.
That's another pick here for Team Joanisse. Another tough break.
Okay, just let it be.
So another opportunity here for Team Wood. Well, again, you could play either way. I just go right in. And you could play the same way that Team Joanisse tried to. Then you could tap you around.
But this is going to be, the thing about this is I can probably get to this one, right? Well, no, I'm thinking because if he throws here, I could probably get to it.
So I'm going to play this tap here. They have to move it far. Again, tapping it here, you block off the path to the button, but you still leave Team Joanisse with a draw around the left. I'd go right in here. Just
that's about what.
Even if you could steal here, that's fine. Then you're up 2 without.
We had 2 in our hands that I'm aware of, and then
the 2 we saw. I know you've had a few.
So last shot here for Matt Tolley in 7.
Yep, hard boys.
Still looks a little light here. Will tap and will spill into the 8-foot there. So still Team Joanisse sitting 1 and a chance to, possibly roll in.
That's probably shot over that one now. I think they're laying 2.
Dean says they're laying 2. Did say Team Joanisse is sitting 1 there. It is the red that matches through that is currently shot. Maybe those, the red and the yellow are maybe a little closer than what we think they are.
Only had to move it an inch. Yes.
That's not terrible, but
There's a hole.
what do you like?
If he just flops to there, right? There's a hole.
Is that what you like? Whatever you like.
So again, you can just a little hit and roll inside here for Team Joanisse and sit 2.
We got to make sure that we get it. Well, that's why I was saying maybe. I don't think so. It's close, but I don't think so.
So Andrew will come down to take a look at it.
Again, we got to do something with this rock anyways, right? No. That's what I know. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, if you partially roll under.
More weight and try to, but we got to make sure we don't hang it out and jam too. We want to let's get shot rock with this and try to roll right into the center here. Maybe it's up to you but hack, we got a lot more room to. You want hack? Board?
It's probably board weight here. Again, Dean wants it to roll this shooter all the way to the center line. And sit 2 buried. And this one's hanging on them. Don't want to jam it. It's what they're worried about, and that's what will happen. That was the risk involved playing that shot. And now Team Wood sitting 2. And ball is in their court right now.
Yeah, but he's got.
I think they're really trying to force in some sort of way. You don't have to play this here. You're sitting 2. So, it's the only out right now that Team Joanisse really has. But you just put one there in top 4.
If we go there, that takes.
I guess there is a chance if you put it top 4. Dean could come off his yellow one, and of course this shooter will roll in, and this yellow one could hit this red one, spill into the 8-foot as well, and end up sitting 2. But you gotta careful if you hit that one, that the yellow one doesn't jam on this one here.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. There. Thing, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I guess we gotta get rid of it.
Okay.
So what do we like better? Like, what do you see for this? He knows it.
Oh, they're very.
No, it jams. Because it's going to be spinning down.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Well, he
Do you? I don't. I really think it's going to stick it.
He basically slides at the Bruin and gently. It's almost like he gently starts it a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
That's how he throws.
So they're saying that this yellow one will jam.
Yes.
And you
Yeah, I know
could
he is. So we got,
just play the straight draw.
Well, it's still
But they're going to go for it here.
Fair bit, like really, like we took that much ice.
Team Joanisse
So I mean,
gave your team a break. No, you could, you know,
but
give it to them right back and
it only did curl.
and allow them to be shot rock.
Got to take a chance.
But they're gonna go for it here, Team Wood.
Because he's gonna try it, right?
It didn't finish though. That was the thing. It didn't finish.
So Brad now in the hack, getting set to throw his first here in 7. It's the Kamloops Crown of curling draw number 1.
He throws it kind of like that. Yep.
He will hit the yellow, and it won't go out. So looks like the yellow rock is second shot right now.
So tight. Oh, it wasn't close. My intern, I got to work on that. Thought I threw it.
There's enough room. You can come around and, you know, tap that back red one and sit 2, but
Got to be high enough. He's going to likely play the hit and roll because he's up 1, right?
you do leave,
What else do we do?
you know, Brad a freeze. And right now for Team Joanisse, you have to make sure you score 1, and so they're going to draw in here, top 4,
Yeah.
try to get a piece of the button.
Even said to myself, not inside.
Just in front of the tee.
Yeah. It's not. I gotta
throw it there.
Well, I think I gotta trust it. And I'm not trusting it.
Yeah, I threw a quiet handle on that one. We came up light on in the other hand. If I threw better rotation, it would have helped it too. Hairless.
So Shannon's back 8 out of Dean's hand here. They're on it for line a little bit. Now it's hanging on them. So the yard by. And they will come to rest for shot rock there at the back of the 8-foot. Looks like it's maybe saying yellow's line 2.
Okay, let's do the hit and roll and make it good.
So they're going to play the hit and roll. You could also play the freeze.
Do you think my out turn?
As long as you bury, you're forcing to 1 here.
Didn't need less ice either.
If you like this, I'm good with that.
One of the ones earlier this end tracked a little more, and it felt like it was getting a little straighter. But I guess we're shot rock now, but it's a moot point regardless, anyways.
So hit and roll here off the yellow one on the right.
Control.
Just, you know, sit in the 4-foot.
Yeah. It's going to be firm, just firm control.
And they're on it right away again. They just make the yellow one go away, and they're going to try for a roll, and they'll roll a little bit to the 8-foot, but it will be a shot for 2 here for Team Joanisse, and will be up 1 without the hammer coming home if they make it. So just got to stick around in the 8-foot.
So close.
Hack weight.
Their last rock here in 7 from Dean Joanisse. They're on it early.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Looking nice here. Steve cleaning it. And they will hit and they will score 2. So Team Joanisse will be up 4-3 coming home in the last end here in Kamloops. And that's coming up right here after this. Team Wood will have the hammer.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never-back-down, full-of-heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
So long guard? Well, actually, we might as well just go in. What are they going to do? They're going to go corner. I've not been one up in a while with this 5-rock rule. So yeah, we'll go in, eh? Yeah, yeah. So they're going to leave it. So we'll just yep. It's coming back to me, man.
Good set here for the 8th end here between Team Joanisse and Team Wood. Team Wood needing 2 to win this game. 1 will force an extra end. They will have the hammer, and Aaron Watson will kick things off here for Team Joanisse. It's the Kamloops Crown of Curling, draw number 1.
Curling.
Part of the BC Curling Tour is presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, and now Original 16, the new official beer of Curl BC. Will be supporting the club challenge this year. I'd also like to thank Via Sport and Hosting BC. We're supporting all events here on all BC curling tours. There's 4th event on the men's and women's tour. The juniors will have their 4th stop on their tour here next weekend. Be a corner guard here thrown for Team Wood. And this one's curling and doesn't have a lot of weight to it, and that it will be hogged. So really advantage here for Team Joanisse, who would love to steal. They're going to come down and talk about this. Now, your rock isn't in a perfect spot.
Because they need rocks in play.
What about just going in again?
Yeah, keep it inside. Maybe get this one more T line. So wrap around ours. Okay.
I do have a final over on sheet 5. Team Olsen with a perfect shot to win as they beat a Team Usui there. 5-4. Olsen, a hometown teams here on the men's side. And that will be a center guard here for Team Joanisse.
You want to try one more? Okay.
Maybe another opportunity here at the corner guard for Team Wood and John Slattery.
I think so. Same shot we tried with Aaron's, eh?
Oh, yeah? Still owes $10.
So now that
Line's
Team
good.
Joanisse does have the center guard, they can draw around it.
Line's good.
Could also put up one more center here.
Line's good. Hard.
This one will come up just short.
Okay. Sweeping.
It's the opportunity for a Team Wood now to go around their corner guard, and we'll see if they make it if Team Joanisse just ignores it and plays around their two centers.
Do you like that?
And nose hit's not a terrible option here, but again, you have your corner, you want to use it. And that's what they're going to do.
Mine's good. Front of tee. It's fine.
It's a nice rock there from Nathan Small. So right now, sitting 1 is Team Wood.
What do you got of that? Because you can just do this if we're tight on it. It's either that or we ignore it and we just start. Like we're going to be behind the tee line. Either or kind of thing, right?
Say maybe, play soft weight. Try to get the one in the house, and if they're tight, you roll off the guard.
Hack, yeah.
Yeah, so hack weight here.
What do you like?
You don't want to be wide. That's the one place you can't be.
Clean. Yeah. Hard. Real hard.
This
Real
one's
hard.
diving towards the red one.
Real hard.
Try to keep it off nose. And that's where it'll come, and it will hit the red, and looks like red is sitting 1 and 2 now.
Yep. Nope.
I didn't. I tried to throw a little positive in my draw and I went back 12.
That's 1.
Like last end.
I don't know. Brad's saying that the yellow one is shot rock.
Oh, center guard's up.
Can't
Eventually
you
we're
just
gonna
make
be
it bet?
So you could hit the one that shot, and you could peel again. You do want to make sure that, at worst case for Team Wood, that you do have a
Get something.
shot for your 1 here and force an extra.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
We're really close to hack weight on that. I mean, he basically had, yeah.
okay. We can go here.
Should fire him. Get rid of him.
Yeah,
Good
we can
point.
do that. We can just do this.
But that's what I mean, though. Like Aaron's was late on both of his. So
I just
this is it,
control.
slowing down. That's what it is.
Board.
So they've made a decision here. They're going to hit this yellow one and try to roll behind these centers. Nose is in a good spot. That way, a little more risk for Team Joanisse to play the crumb run. If you're behind, a little safer for Team Joanisse to come, because now their Team Wood doesn't have anything to run in easily. But if you leave it on the nose, you'll use this one to slash possibly later on.
Okay, well. Whoa. Yep, flat. Very hard. Very hard. Very hard.
And they just snarl, eh?
They will hit and they will roll behind. So sitting 3 here with the hammer. And draw still there here for Team Joanisse. And they're right now going all in for the steal.
Is that enough ice?
Let's come around top 4. You could go either way. They're going to elect to come down the right side.
Didn't mind ripping that one in the first. Especially Nathan's, you know. Could have ripped that one and then. Even if you miss the raise, right? The raise still leaves you a double in. Because I'm not worried, wasn't worried about 2 of them.
So it's the first of the third stones here in 8. Andrew Bleski, former BC men's champion.
Yep. Hard. Hard for line. Hard for line. Hard for
Steve
line.
Kopp on the left, Aaron Watson on the right.
Really gotta go.
Trying to get it by the red one, and it just kiss it, and will sit for shot there in the top of the 8-foot, but still open here. And trying to hit as much as you can for Team Wood.
I'm not, yeah, well, got to play it tight. Yeah, yep. Yep. Got to get just off nose. This side. Yep.
So you hear Brad in there just saying just off nose. Again, just sit in that top 12-foot area, top 8. Make sure you still have a usable rock.
Clean. Yep, flats.
On it early.
Clean. Clean. Very hard. Very hard. Whoa, whoa. That's good.
A nice shot there from Matt. Now sitting 4. No, they only need 2. Looks like a possible hit and roll here for Team Joanisse. Again, that rock there that Team Wood just threw is the one that's most threatening to you. It's the one they can run in the easiest. If you wanted to later on, you could play a freeze to the back one there. But again, that is open. If it's not perfect, it'd be a pretty easy hit for the win.
Clean.
Or at least to remove it.
Easy, easy. Well, clean it, clean it, clean it, yes! Hard! 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 Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, hit and they will roll, and this will be quite nice, and they will roll over to the 8-foot on the other side, splitting the tee line. A little further than what they wanted to, but not a terrible spot.
Or we can play the hit and roll. The only problem, hit and roll, we're behind the tee line.
Nice throw. Still slow on the line call.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, if you spill the back one, that's okay. Not bad.
Yep.
You like firm? So, okay.
So they're going to hit this yellow one.
Like the ice?
Depends on if
Okay.
we can lock one in to be frozen and shot rock.
So if they do roll over behind the guards, they would be behind the tee line, really
Whoa!
giving Dean Joanisse a chance to freeze and really set up the steal. But they'll just pick this one off. So come around's there for Team Joanisse. You could freeze.
Which, if he happens to be able to pick it out or whatever, right? So it's either this or we hook. We're shot rock if we go here. Hey?
Like you come around here, you most likely see Team Wood peel. Try to open up the front, but I like going around here.
Where'd I have you there? Oh, I went like.
If you make it good, it's
Yeah.
gonna be tough for Team Wood to, you know, remove it. It's gonna make it harder for them to score one.
So just that here.
Because with the last rock, you end up freezing. You know, you're one of the, you freeze, and that's the one that's Brad's gonna have to face. He's gonna have the whole 8-foot to draw to for his win. Then try to get in there for Team Joanisse and shrink the scoring zone, make it as hard as possible for Brad to get his single. This is going towards the red, and it will hit it. Leaving the yellow one open. I think for Team Wood, right on the nose is the spot for it.
Yeah. Control.
Surprised me.
Yeah.
So Team Joanisse just 2 chances to bury on that side and haven't been able to make them.
Like, if it was going to rub, I wouldn't expect it in as much as it rubbed. Like, the line was gone before the hog line. It didn't even have a chance. Like, yeah, wow.
So first rock for Brad Wood here in 8. And he will hit on the nose. Perfect. Now for Dean.
Really tough shot and go here. Like he's got. If we put it this side and we're open, he picks it, right? No. So we got to be dead buried then this way.
It's pretty much right now. You kind of try to make your shot and hope Brad misses his last.
Buried here, which is nice because that could jam, right? If we're up here, if he plays a slash, I don't know if we can get buried enough. Do you? If we're up here.
Yeah, no, I got a nice pop.
Yeah, yeah. We can be shot rock if we play the freeze, but
he only has to get it.
yeah.
Like,
This can be a little sloppier and still get something good out of it. This if we're, you know. But the other option is to come through this hole, like take pretty much the same ice and do the same throw. Well, you can. It's there, but you can also tick off of this one and go there.
I think this is
Okay. Well, he can't. That's guards on the way. Okay, let's do it then. Let's go there.
So I'm going to go, looks like back 8 foot here, back 4.
If we take there, that's got to be close. I think. Hey?
Again, just try to bury it.
Too little ice.
Needs to be shot rock here,
It's like plenty.
or at least second. But pretty much no matter where you put this one, Brad will have a shot for the win.
It's like a month of ice, but we probably need it, don't we? The only one that's really tracked here is that rock of yours. Same, almost the same. Oh, I need a little more weight actually. You guys swept that. We were probably top 4 with my other one, weren't we? Just give me a hair less. Yeah.
So last rock here for Team Joanisse in 8. Trying to come around.
Easy. Yep. Room. Room. Room.
The line looks great here, trying to finish it off. Got to bury it now, working hard to bury. And it will come to the button. And it is open here for Brad Wood.
Just 2 more feet away to your goal. Less line would have been nice.
Now just make this yellow one go away. And you will face Jim Cotter later on today.
That's kind of that.
Definitely throwing that harder now, though. I was pretty sure I got her all the way back there. It's not a gimme. No? Threw it good? No?
So we're on it now. Just hit this yellow one. And Brad will do it. So Team Wood will pick up the victory here in draw number 1 of the Crown of Curling. They will face Team Cotter as they move on to the A block. Team Joanisse will drop down to the B, and that will do it for draw 1 coverage here from Kamloops. We'll be back again at 12:30. Draw number 2, first draw on the women's side, Team Thompson versus Team Richard, an all BC matchup. Team Thompson, one of the 2 home teams here. They'll go out at 12:30. So from Jordan Kiss here, thank you for joining me on this Friday morning. And again, we will talk to you very soon.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never-back-down, full-of-heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.